Hello, everybody, and welcome to Travelers episode 13, a special Wednesday edition, a little bit outside the norm, but we're here, we're doing the thing. Erik Digital and CrayZJaye are joining us this evening. How you doing, guys?
Good. How you guys doing? Getting
Good.
much
Doing
grinding
good, doing
in?
good.
Yeah, yeah, grinding is definitely the term. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, man. Yeah, we got a good show this evening. We're gonna run through uh, some topics here. We got the Solstice of Heroes, of course. That's what's going on right now. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the development roadmap, the new exotics trailer that came out, tools of the trade, and then a couple other tidbits. So right off the bat, Solstice of Heroes, the grind that Erik mentioned. How far are y'all on y'all's first character?
I am working on just the Crucible part now. Those super kills aren't coming easily. I've found, but everything else is done. It's a grind. I want to say it's almost a little reminiscent of Faction Rally, but a little more fun because we get to replay all the
For sure.
redone missions and everything. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be a long slog for the next 4 weeks. So see
yeah,
how it
for
goes.
sure. Hey, you didn't need an extra servitor or two, did you?
Yeah,
Oh
God,
my god,
that when
dude.
I
No,
dropped in there,
I couldn't
uh,
believe it.
I got
Oh my
lucky, and a
god.
buddy of mine just joined my fire team as I was creeping up on that last part, and luckily he did because it was just chaos in there. It was cool. I was
We're
not ready for that.
we're me like we have 4 teams, 3 people. Me, Raptor, and Jeff. We're playing. We kill a servitor. All right, we're dead. Oh, okay. There's like 2 more. All right. Wait, wait. What's
Yeah.
going on? What's going on?
someone
It was crazy.
someone posted like a gif of like Agent Smith from Matrix Reloaded, where they're just a million of them coming out of everywhere, and it was so
That's what it felt
appropriate.
like.
I was just like, I killed the big one, right? I'm like, oh, big boss, I'll just take him out quick and then get the ads. And it was like, when I blew him up, a million of them poured out of him like spider
Right.
eggs or something. I was like, what the,
Yeah, exactly.
what is going on? Like, I was like, Jay, I was like, holy crap.
It's like what is going on here?
Why is
It's
there more
crazy.
coming? Jeez.
Yeah.
Man,
So that was a good job on Bungie for that one, man.
oh,
That
that
caught
was
me by
awesome.
surprise.
Yeah.
They should do more though. That was crazy.
So the missions are tough. Like I've found, like
Dude, yeah,
trying to solo them, you're gonna be there for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
doing that grind myself for the
so
moment.
yeah.
But
Yeah, when we're
Because
done, I'll help you. I'll help you get through a couple of
oh
those.
well, thanks, Eric. I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I'm gonna need it, man, because
I got
some
skin in
of
the
them.
game. I got to get a second and third character through those missions too. So,
Right,
yeah,
same here. I know that's the thing is like I don't want to get just so for the listeners who maybe are still like waiting until Forsaken to get Destiny or whatever. Right now they're doing part of this Solstice of Heroes event. You know, you can get this armor set. It's basically the set that you got when you start a D2, and it starts off all torn and ragged, and then you upgrade it to like blue quality, and then eventually to legendary quality, and it looks really ornate and mostly white with gold roping going around it, and then you can actually masterwork it too. But as Eric and Jay were alluding to, it's quite the grind. But the way they did it was much better than something you might have heard about with faction rallies. Like they said, these redo missions are reimagined, so they work different. There's different bosses in there, and they, especially if you're solo, it's actually really challenging. I was
yeah.
pretty impressed with that. So good job on Bungie for that, man. But I'm gonna, I want to get all 3 sets, so it's gonna be like you said, a
good
slog.
luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. I don't know. I'll probably work on my hunter and then maybe do my warlock and I don't know about my titan.
I need to do my Titan, man. I need to get all 3 up because I just with all the new supers that are coming, and I'm glad this is why I have one of each class because inevitably when a new expansion drops or a new super or something, I want to try all of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have a choice now. I have to do it, and I haven't played my Titan in months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
My titan's level 10, so
yeah.
Oh,
There.
oh man. Yeah, you got
Hey,
ways
you
to
can
go.
get
You
easy.
can probably still go through it, right? Or do you have to?
I don't
no,
know.
Is there a
we
level
no.
requirement to do the solstice missions?
I'm
That's a
pretty
good
sure.
question. There probably
Pretty
is.
sure.
It's probably
Yeah,
like
it's
war
Or you got
mine
to
pretty
get
tough.
minimum.
power at least, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Eververse has some new trinkets, of course, which is pretty typical. With the Whisper mission, which is still a thing, it probably will be until everybody gets like the masterwork and then the ship schematic, which looking forward to that. But they had the ornaments for the Whisper when you unlocked it, and then this time they got 2 exotic emotes that are actually really cool. One of them's like this dance, and you got these neon like feathers behind you.
It's like a peacock
That was
dance.
awesome.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah, it's
that.
kind of like it is. It's like something you see at Vegas or a show or
Yeah.
something, you know.
There you go.
Yeah, and then the fishing. Did y'all see the fishing emote? Like what it
Mhm.
does?
Yeah,
I haven't. I got it to drop. I haven't looked at it yet though.
it's a boot.
I'm gonna spoil it. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can pull
Go
up a
ahead, go ahead.
fish, but he can also pull up either like a boot or Callus's head.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right, I'll have to go mess with that a little bit then.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So the good thing is all the stuff, just like in what was it, the Valentine's ones, the what was the event for
Crimson Days.
Crimson Days. It's on a knockout list, so there's quite a bit of stuff. So
Yeah,
play
you can
enough.
earn all of it, so it's all earnable through game. So you don't, there's I don't think there's any direct purchases that I saw on this round.
No, not that I saw.
For what do you mean?
Like
with silver,
like the way they
silver
did
or
with
Bright
Iron.
Dust?
I'm talking about like I didn't see any direct buy Bright Dust that weren't also earnable in game is what I meant.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, like Iron Banner, the way they did those, I didn't see any of that. So, good news for the listeners. If whichever side of the fence you're on, it's all earnable, so you can earn all of it. There are some that they put up, of course, for direct purchase with Bright Dust, so there's always that, and I'm sure it'll probably rotate. How long is this event going for again?
I
the end
think up until Forsaken, isn't it?
Huh? Yeah, I don't know.
First.
I think they're giving us this to hold us over to Forsaken.
There's a date on it. Yeah, I'd have
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
look.
not the 31st.
Well, didn't do
Might
my
not
homework.
then.
Oh yeah, till reset until the weekly reset on the 28th, which that's when we're
28th.
yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna get into what's significant about that here later. But so overall, like I've finished most of the redo missions. I haven't finished all of them yet. I'm looking at my gear. So each piece of gear has things that you have to do to basically be able to upgrade the set. You have to collect these elemental orbs. You have to obviously complete the missions, and then there's a couple other little tidbits thrown in there, and it's different per class too. So depending on what class you are, it depends on what little challenges you got to do. But I like the grind. I think it's a worthwhile, meaningful grind. It's not just grind this thing over and over. It's like, no, you go do this thing, then you go do this thing, and then you're done. It's a nice checklist that is rewarding and challenging, because at the end of it, you're going to get 400 power,
Yeah.
So for the armor anyway. I can't personally say I'm going to probably get the chance to level up all my weapons. I don't get a chance to raid that much, so much less prestige, so we'll see how that goes. But how about you guys? Y'all get any weapons?
Yeah, those weapons will be outclassed within the first 30 minutes, anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think is interesting is like I like that they're giving us something to do between now and then. That's great. Especially with like me, I'm more interested in the armor and the aesthetics in the game than I am the weapons themselves. I think that'll change when Forsaken comes out because of all the new exotics that we're going to be getting, which we're going to talk about in a second. But I like the grind they're giving us, but like Erik said, everyone knows like 400 power is a good starting point, but when Forsaken comes out, we're going to be blowing past that in probably the first half of the campaign.
Half hour.
Yeah.
Probably like first like
There's
50
a-
minutes.
Yeah, because the max power is like 600. Now, obviously, we're not that's saved for like pinnacle content, the raid, So and that's probably not even going to launch with Forsaken. That'll probably be a week or two later. And but yeah, we'll blow past 400 pretty easy, I think, when it comes out.
So I hope with the raid they give the campaign and the rest of the game some time to bake before they throw the raid at us, because it's always been rush through the campaign, rush through all your activities, and so you can raid. But in that rush, you don't really take the time to like just appreciate the game because of that chase, that world's first. You want to get to the raid, and the raid is a blast, and raiding is fun. But I see that a lot with some of the people I play with. It's just that rush that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
you don't
like
take your
as
time
big
with
as
it,
this
you
is,
burn through it.
yeah, this is a Taken King, possibly bigger sized
DLC.
expansion DLC. Like Blah.
Sorry.
No, it's
That's
okay.
a problem.
He's a cool little dude, man. But I agree completely. I think 2 solid weeks would be perfect because
Yeah.
that would give the hardcore and the casual crowds and anyone in between time. If you did it in a week, I mean, I don't remember when the raid launched for Taken King, if it was a week or more. I really don't remember, but I think 2 weeks is fair. It's still kind of quick, especially if it's as beefy as it sounds like it's going to be, but 2 weeks is still, I think that's fair.
I remember the VOG. What took a while for it to launch. I forgot how long, but it was. I thought that was a perfect amount of time. I think, however long that was. I can't remember.
Oh, that's way back. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, dude, it was a while.
Well, so speaking of power, we got this new. It's not a Vidoc. It was just a showcase, a new video from Bungie called "Tools of the Trade," and it showed off about 8 exotics or so, new ones coming to Forsaken, and holy crap, I have not been this excited about Destiny in a long time, and I'm an armor guy. I'm not so much a weapons guy, and I gotta say, man, and in D1 I was a weapons guy. In D2 it hasn't been, because even like the Nightfall specific loot is just like it's not bad, but I'm not going to kill myself and grind 50 Nightfalls. Maybe this gun will drop. That's mediocre. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do it. But with this video that came out, I was just like, what? So what, just off top of y'all's head, from what y'all remember seeing, like, which one are you most interested in?
I want to see what nonsense comes with the Titan exotic armor where you reflect projectiles.
The Antius Wards.
I want to
That
see
looks crazy.
some montages with the
That's what everybody's calling
missiles
them.
going back and forth. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I can just see it now. It's like in the middle of a raid. I got this. Slide, miss times it and dies.
Yep.
Like, oh well.
That's a wipe.
Rip.
Yeah. The question that
I
hasn't
can
been
see
answered.
it
Okay,
now.
so in Destiny 1, for anyone listening that didn't play D1, right at the end, Rise of Iron is when it was introduced. There was an artifact that would allow you to reflect projectiles with your sword by blocking. Well, in D1, it didn't reflect everything, but it reflected a lot of stuff, and to include some supers. Nova Bomb. I don't believe Golden Gun reflected. It might have. I think
I don't remember Golden Guns.
I don't remember.
It might have. I just don't remember. But just Nova Bomb was always the funnest
Nova
one
Bomb,
to see.
Titan Hammers. There was like one or two others that did. Actually, no, I think Golden Gun did, and then so did the Arrow, the Hunter Bow, the Night Stalker.
All right.
And then grenades would bounce off of them too, because I remember getting sticky grenades that would bounce off me and stick to them and kill them, and it was the most hilarious thing ever.
Yeah.
But the Antius Wards, so yeah, that's the thing. Well, there's 2 blocking mechanics in Destiny 2 Forsaken that's coming. The Hunter Staff Super, where you can spin it, and then the Antius Ward Titan Exotic Boots. But we don't know what things they can reflect besides rockets. So they haven't said anything. So I'm really hoping for that Nova Bomb deflect, slide in for the win. But yeah,
so salty as a warlock. Like, what the?
So, what about the chromatic fire chess piece for the warlock? It grants elemental explosions, aka dragonfly or firefly for D1 veterans, with kinetic kills. So it basically puts firefly on any equipped kinetic weapon. Now,
that's crazy.
I'm gonna be running around with sweet business like freaking Jesse Ventura and Predator.
Think of that.
It's gonna be
That's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah. Or Suros, or hey, if you ever want a Firefly on the Midnight Coup, I mean, think about that for a second. The sad thing is it's a Warlock exotic, so
I main Warlock anyway, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Screw you. I'm
Sorry for everybody else. If you're not a Warlock, it's gonna be a Warlock exclusive. But I'm also a Warlock main, so yeah.
There you go.
I'm outnumbered here, right?
Yeah.
I know all your Titan hunter brethren and sisters not here. I think Angel's a hunter main.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
Yeah.
Contra a Titan
fellow
main?
hunter.
I don't
I
remember.
don't know. I
Yeah,
don't remember.
we
I saw
gotta
him.
we gotta
He was
interrogate him.
he was screaming his hunter. So he might be a hunter main.
Yeah, so then there was one of the coolest looking ones that everyone's talking about is the 1000 Voices trace rifle. This thing is basically like Zol's attack with that fire beam. So you shoot this fire beam, and anything it touches that beam, like the fire from it stays there and explodes.
That looks pretty freaking sick. I forgot about that one. That was awesome. Like, I want to try that one.
Yeah, they had the two-tailed fox, previously known as the twin rabbit from the Vidoc that they put out. So it's a Dido Foundry exotic rocket launcher that shoots two rockets at the same time. They're tracking. One is void, one is solar. The void one suppresses, and the solar one does damage over time. I think it's going to be cool in PvP, but those extra elements on the rockets themselves will be great for PvE, I think. So it seems like it'll be a pretty well-rounded.
There you go.
Yeah, Jay. So for the listeners on the audio, Jay is kind of putting up that Vidoc on the screen there. Nice. Yeah, the two-tailed fox. It's pretty cool, man. This clip he's showing here, it shows them, what they had in the video where it kills two players, and they haven't really said like how it aims.
Yeah.
How the tracking works on that.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's like the tank that you have in that story mission where it like locks on to multiple targets and then shoots. We don't know. That'd be pretty sick though. You see a group of dudes moving around and it just tracks them, and that'd be sick.
That'd be crazy.
Oh yeah, the six coyote, man. Hunters rejoice.
Yeah.
Double dodge.
Yes.
Malfeasance is
back.
the one. Say that again, Jay.
The double chase steps back.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be. Hey, you know what? You're gonna have a hard choice. You want what's the hunter helmet that gives you your health back when you dodge?
The crown husk. What was it called?
Worm husk crown.
Worm husk crown or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna have to choose between that and the six coyote. So, like, what's it gonna be? You can't have both.
Damn.
The Wish Ender, that bow right there, buddy. Let me tell you what. I am stoked about that because if I can run, so the Wish Ender is an exotic bow that will let you see through walls, but the way it works is like a pulsing heartbeat style. So like it pulses and you'll see their outline, and it fades in and out.
Cool.
It fades in and out, and then that same bow also pierces multiple targets, so you can get like a double kill with one arrow. I want to rock that bow with my Warlock's Chromatic Fire. So I'll have Dragonfly on the bow that I can see through walls. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
these guys are ridiculous, man. Like, I watch this, but I didn't really catch on everything because I was doing something else at the same time.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, then you got the Ace of Spades, of course. And when you look in the clip, if you slow it down, like the bullets have Firefly, which was what it had in D1, But its exotic perk, I guess, is going to be extra damage after you get a kill, and I don't know if there's a stacking on that or what, but that's going to be fun. Oh, but Malfeasance is what I was saying earlier. Malfeasance is the gun everyone thought was Thorn, and so it's not Thorn. It doesn't work like Thorn. Instead, on every fifth hit, not precision hit, but just hit in general, every fifth hit is going to be like this huge explosion. I mean, it's massive, and it works. It's like this Taken energy is what it looks like. Would y'all agree with that?
Let's see, play that back. Yeah, like a Taken blast.
I mean, the whole energy around it looks like Taken energy. That's huge. That explosion is huge, bro.
It is. That's
it's ridiculous. But that's going to be the Gambit exotic, which for those that don't know already, you should. Gambit is going to have its own node on the director, and it's match made, so you will be able to just go in by yourself or with a team at any time you want and play that and earn that gear, and there's gear and exotics tied to it, so
nice.
That's going to be great.
Yep.
Yeah, 1000 Voices is just gross. It's the Zol puke gun, and it blows up everything.
It's crazy. Yeah, these guns, they're going all in with these exotics, dude. They're making stuff OP.
Yeah, I
Which
gotta say,
they're making exotics they're making it feel exotic. It's good.
yeah, it really does. And if you see the look of 1,000 Voices, like for those listening, if you haven't actually seen this video, it's called Tools of the Trade. Just go on Bungie's YouTube or whatever and feast your eyes, man, because even the artistic design, like the 1,000 Voices, I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like
evil.
a worm god Arhamkara skull with like these spikes coming off of it, but it looks like it's all made of bone. And I mean,
it's
like
connected with like copper wire or some cables. It's
like it looks like something out of Mad Max, dude. This whole expansion, seriously, like
Wild West vibe.
No, it's gonna be really good. Was there any other exotics that? The new exotic sword, Black Talon, is our replacement for Boltcaster, basically. Except it's void damage, and but it doesn't throw a disc like the Boltcaster did. It throws like you jump up and you hit R2 or right trigger, whichever system you're on, and it throws just this wave blast projectile, and so that's a welcome addition for sure. I've been missing my projectile sword. You know, like it's nice to have a sword and play the long range game if you want. You know, we'll just have to see like how much damage it actually does. You know,
and how much ammo it takes, and how much. And I don't know. I feel like swords. If you're used, I don't know. They might need an ammo buff for that too.
Yeah, definitely an ammo buff.
Speaking of ammo, and time to kill and stuff. So Bungie, what is it? Sandbox designer or senior sandbox lead, I guess, John Wisniewski, did confirm on Twitter that the suspicions that the community had in their latest video, Vidoc, was confirmed that they are indeed reducing the time to kill when Forsaken launches. So that's a huge ask that the community's been kind of begging for a long time, basically since D2 launched last year. And the way they're doing it is interesting. It seems like they're doing it in the form of precision damage. So they're kind of buffing precision damage across the board for a lot of weapon archetypes, which is what's going to bring this change into effect. What do you guys think about that?
That's what we needed, especially with these weapon slot changes. That's they have to find a way how to make it seem balanced to the point where not balanced, but like you have people running around triple shotguns. Why would you run? Why would you run anything else? So now they're upping the TTK. They're upping precision damage, which means okay, well, the downside running triple shotgun is close. I'd be close range, and I can't hit a crit from from this far away. So I'm not using a hand cannon or a pulse rifle. So it's exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see some of the Crucible gameplay sped up because of it.
Yep, it's gonna be nice.
Hopefully, they address the team shotting as well, or this will help spread out
it will
spread everyone out so that they're a little bit more confident in taking their engagements rather than having to group up and team shot.
That's the main thing, yeah. Because like with the TDK at its current state, it's just you kind of force the team shot because you can't just 1v4 people, 1v3 people like in Destiny 1. You can't have that hero moment. You know, you can't just go in there and you can, but it's just so far in between moments you can't really do that anymore. It's just like
I think reducing the time to kill, no matter how they accomplish that, is great. I don't think they have or are talking about changing the team shooting mechanic, and this is a thing that's kind of falling off the radar, and I wish they would address it. But at the same time, as soon as they gave us 6v6, that helped this camping problem out big time. 4v4 in Destiny 2's current iteration does not work. And I mean, unless you like to play with a team in really close quarters and camp, it just like Jay said, that it doesn't allot you the chance to be a hero. Now, the TTK and 6v6 I think is a winning combination to address that. However, I still think until they fix it, that if you run into a group, you're going to get melted. Now, we were talking about this off the show earlier this week, but the team shotting thing, for whatever reason, in D1, it was not as aggressive. I don't know how they tuned that, and they haven't even talked about it, but everyone in the community pretty much collectively agrees that it is much more aggressive in D2. So
I think it's
yeah.
I think it's a TTK, honestly. Like I said, it's just,
well, the TTK for individuals is way different. That's a whole different dynamic than having multiple people shoot one target.
Well, if you think about it, okay, so what's the most effective way to bring down a Guardian in Crucible right now is team shooting him because they have so much health, or your guns don't do that much damage, by yourself. So you had to team shoot. You don't have to, but that's the quickest way. Whereas Nesting 1, TTK was lower, so we did more damage as a solo Guardian, which in this game we can't really do.
I think
can't really be aggressive.
I mean, Jay, I can already tell you and I are definitely of a different opinion on that. But I will say this: no, that's fine. That's what what makes a good show, right? No, but I think both of us will find out what it really is once once Forsaken comes out and we get a good month or two to play with it, right?
Yeah.
Like we'll start seeing those engagements, and we'll start seeing the quote unquote pro players and the really hardcore players give their feedback and what they think. And I do tend to go off of that because, I mean, look, when you're like I don't know what's a group of guys that are just insane at this game, like Luminosity, Triple, is Giggs? He's one of those too, right?
Giggs.
Yeah, Giggs is ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking forward to all the feedback because, the sandbox, everything's changing. The whole game, it is a different game.
Yeah.
It is going to be.
One more thing that's going to help out as well is the weapon slot changes too.
Right. Which, by the way, yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Jay? What do we got coming on that?
I believe it was August 28th. We're having a new update. They pushed up the date for weapon slot changes and a couple other things, bulk shader deletion and vault space. But the big thing to me, where a lot of people's weapon slot changes, we're getting that August 28th instead of Forsaken.
We're gonna get to try it a week early, fellas.
Yep.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
I don't think we're getting the bow archetype until Forsaken.
No, probably not. No.
We'll
we're definitely. But it's gonna be interesting to see like what weapons go on what slot.
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm most curious about.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna put Uriels? Are they gonna leave Better Devils where it's at?
Yeah.
Where all the submachine guns.
Well,
power weapons.
Yeah.
So if they moved,
Lion.
so that means if they move some weapons that were in the kinetic slot, if they move them into the energy or power, then those become elementally charged, right?
Yeah, I think kinetic ones are probably gonna stay where they are. Honestly, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that happening too.
Yeah. The only thing I see changing is just power and the element weapons kind of flip-flopping.
All right. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't see Uriels going into
kinetic.
Kinetic.
Like I wonder if I could take some of the power weapons we have now and put them into the secondary slot.
I don't know. They said Hawthorne's Forge Field shotgun is going from power to kinetic.
Power to kinetic, really?
Yep. It's going to be a kinetic shotgun.
Huh.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got confirmation on a few, but overall we still got to wait and see.
That's interesting.
Yep.
But a week early. That's
Remember, we're getting triple shotties potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I'm not a huge shotgun guy. I actually really like the slug shotguns, but I don't use shotguns a lot in general. And I don't know if the slug shotguns are as good in D2 as the one in D1 was, the exotic, the chaperone.
No.
Chaperone was amazing. The D2 slug shotguns are very.
I was watching Destiny Fun Police use them, and he was having fun with them. But I mean, he's
on a whole nother level.
Well, he is, but he also likes to champion those weapons that nobody else does.
He's very
And
very
Fighting
good with them
against the
too.
meta.
and he gets he
Yeah,
is
Shake.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good at that, man. You ever seen him with his fighting lion montages, man?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
dude,
god,
it's
fighting
nasty,
lion.
Yeah.
nasty,
Oh my
man.
god.
Yeah. So overall, TTK. So real quick, we'll touch on matchmaking. That's a big thing right now, Jay.
Man.
So I think Jay told me earlier in the week he was super interested to hear my opinion on it. I don't know if he meant mine
Mhm.
specifically or everybody's.
Everybody like yours and
Yeah.
Eric's and everybody's. Like,
Eric, you go ahead. I want to hear you.
So I played Crucible for the first time this evening since I don't want to say probably since Banner, the last Banner that we had. So uh, I want to. I mean, it's hard for me to put my finger on it, but yeah, I didn't fare out so well uh, tonight. I mean, the everyone was getting monstrous amounts of kills, and so it's hard to say like, all right, is it because we have 12 people on a map now, or is it something else? But yeah, the kill count was extremely high, and every game was pretty damn close. There weren't any blowout games, but yeah, I don't. I mean, it's hard to say what matchmaking for me personally. It's hard to say what matchmaking changes have happened. So I'm actually curious to jump back in after this and see.
Yeah. So for the listeners, real quick, basically what happened was everyone with the Solstice patch, or was it the one right before that? I think it was.
I don't know.
Is it
Was
123? Yeah, patch 123. Who was that?
Yeah.
Or is that?
I think it was the most recent
One-
patch, but yeah, either
I think
way.
123 was for Solstice. It just
No,
is
no,
reload
it,
for it.
so it was probably 1.121 probably. Crucible. It was probably 121 because that was the one before Solstice.
Yeah. So
Oh,
basically, what they
something.
did is everyone that was playing was like, "What is going on?" It was real weird. Like everyone was reporting that they were getting matched up with people and just people they would have probably never ever played with before. There were teams going in and stomping, and then all of a sudden they'd be getting stomped. It was so lopsided, and everyone was basically saying, "Hey, is skill-based matchmaking not on at all or something?" And this is for the quick play playlist, mind you. And Bungie came out and confirmed that what they said is that they found a bug and neither connection or skill base were turned on, and it was unintentional. So immediately, like at least all the content creators that I follow on social media, which is quite a lot, and then other people and stuff, everyone was just telling Bungie, no, don't fix it. It's not broke. Leave it alone. Like a lot of voices came out like asking them to leave it as is. And then there is another side of the community that's basically saying like, I am getting destroyed 99% of the time. It's not fun, and yeah, please fix it. I would like to actually play against people of my skill level. Even though it's quick play, I still don't want it so lopsided and all over the place. So I'm 50-50. The Crucible I have played has been just that. I'll go in a few matches, I'm just getting destroyed, and then I've gone in and I'm playing against people that don't know how to be. They're just standing there like pew pew, like random directions. Like, what's a superpower? Oh, I just blew myself up with a rocket. Okay,
Not
like
strafing.
yeah, it's interesting. It's all over the place, really. But the connections as a result, so that's the thing with matchmaking in Destiny, right? Is if you get rid of all the skill-based stuff, you get into matches faster, right? The less filters they apply, the faster you play. But the less filters you put in, the more wacky it gets, right? So it's a trade-off. Jay, what about you? How much, what's your experience been thus far?
All right, so the first day I hopped in the Crucible quick play, I was like, I started playing. I was like, something's different. I'm having a lot more fun. That was my opinion. I'm having a lot more fun. I'm like, these games
So
aren't
you're
as
winning, is
like,
what you were saying.
well, no, well, like what was going on was
Yeah,
like,
pub stopping.
I mean, my team pub stopped one team, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is it, right. Then we won again. I'm like, we won again, and then like next game we got destroyed. But But even now, I was like, this is still fun. Something's not right, but I'm having fun still. And then I read the tweet, and everyone's talking about Skelby's is turned off. I'm like, this is great. I love it. And it's a big controversy right now. I like Skelby's turned off just because you have more chance to like just have more fun. Honestly,
Go ahead and be honest. It's cool, man. Like, hey, that's trust me. At least half the community is going to agree with you. The other half's going to riot
sure.
until you get off the damn show. I'm just
like,
kidding.
okay, so with skill based turned on, every game, which is weird because Erik is having the complete opposite now. Skill base was every game was sweaty and close, where now it's like every other game is close, or every other game is a blowout, and it's just like, if I'm gonna lose, blow me out, let me get mercy, let me get the next game as quick as possible. Whereas before it's like, okay, I got sweat my ass off for a good half hour or whatever, 50 minutes to lose. And it's just like,
yeah,
get me in a game where I can have fun. If I wanted to play a sweaty game, I'd hop in comp, and that's what it should be at. Like, I like to compare it to Halo 3 days, where you had your social playlist, which is all just connection based, and then you had your rank, which is skill based.
And then you had SWAT, and then you had ranked, you had SWAT. Like, if you wanted comp, you could get comp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I wanted to mess around with my friends, I hop in the social playlist and we'd just mess around. We probably lost a few times, but we still had fun.
Halo had custom games though, which is unlike currently with D2 private matches. Private matches are a good asset, but it's not the same thing as Halo's custom games. I remember playing baseball with rocket launchers in Halo 3 and 4. Like, we'd go into like Forge or custom game or something like that, and literally like we'd build a baseball diamond, and then the guy pitching would have the rocket launcher, and then the guy up to bat would have a gravity hammer. And the thing that people didn't really know a lot is if you swung it at the right time, the gravity hammer would actually deflect the rocket, but it would send it off, and it'd be like, it'd twirl off all weird in the distance, so we were trying to see if we could get like a home run and make the rocket like flip around outside the stadium. Dude, like, we need stuff like that in Destiny, man.
You guys remember I forgot what it's called, but it was like mongoose with rocket launchers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it was so
that's
much
what I'm
fun.
saying, dude. Where's the vehicles in D2 like that, like a warthog or a mongoose, where we can team up and just like, could you imagine being on the back of like a Sparrow or something with a rocket launcher or some other, or a bow, like you're like the hunting party, dude. You're on the back of Sparrow, then just like messing people up.
Oh man,
yeah, we
need stuff like
talk
that.
about montage material, man. But for the matchmaking, for me, like, we're talking about quick play, like, at least right now what we have in D2 is quick play and in competitive. You want to be sweaty, go be in competitive. Like, that's great. So I understand that this quote-unquote matchmaking glitch or bug is making it the way it's making it. Half the time you're getting stomped. It's different for every person, but it's random, right? It's like RNG, basically, like what's going to happen. But to me, quick play, I don't personally agree with skill base in a quick play playlist. Like, I don't think it should be putting you against people that are super good, but at the same time, if I want to play against people of my skill to try to better my skill or whatever, then I'm going to go play in competitive. But that's me. Like, I know that's not a shared opinion, so, I think they should leave it.
Those two playlists play very differently, though. I don't play competitive the same way I play in quick play.
Of course.
Well, yeah, it's 4v4. It's competitive is different too in the team size.
Even before is 4v4 competitive and 4v4 quick play.
True.
I mean, the play styles, it's not the same. But that's for me at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I say the same thing, but yeah, I mean, I don't like playing comp just because I don't like the game types.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think that they're gonna do is actually add what's that game that they had last week, that zone control.
Right, yeah, in Crucible Labs.
I played that.
I played it. But, it was, I don't know, it was very slow paced for me when I played, but that could have just been because I solo queued. You know,
Okay.
I don't know.
That's another thing. When you go into solo, when you go into solo, I feel like everybody is at disagreement about the whole skill based and connection based, but I think one thing we all agree on is we need a lone wolf playlist back.
Yeah,
I think that'd help out a lot because you can. A lot of people complaining about getting pub stop. It's like solo players matching up against full squads of people. It's just like
Oh
that's
yeah,
not
what
gonna
else
happen.
is gonna happen? Yeah.
Yeah, so we need a lone wolf playlist, and that will alleviate a lot of the issues.
well, I mean, that's Rumble. You know, it's funny you mentioned Lone Wolf. Are you now when you say Lone Wolf, do you mean like a ranked Lone Wolf or just because otherwise we have Rumble?
Well, I mean not like solo. I mean like lone wolf, like you're a solo player and we're going in a quick play and you're doing 6v6.
I see.
So your whole
So
team,
separate it with teams and solo queues.
yeah. Like if you're
Yeah,
going solo, just solo queue it.
that would
Go
be
to the solo
tough
queue
though, man.
playlist.
That would really that would
They
put a
had that in
huge
D1.
divide.
Yeah, it would cause a pretty.
Did they have that in
pretty
D1?
No,
I don't think so.
no,
No.
they never had it. Not like
You
what
sure?
you're describing. No, I don't know if they'll do that, man, because it would just split up the community too much. I think like, your player base is already going to be split when you have multiple playlists to choose from. But if you start taking like quick play and it's like, and then from quick play it's a drop down between team queuing or solo queuing, like that's just
Yeah,
you
they
really
did have it.
your pool of players shrinks dramatically, man.
Yeah, but they had freelance. Yeah, they had it freelance.
Freelance. Oh yeah, I think they did. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
yeah,
You're right, Jay. My mistake. I remember that now.
Mm.
yeah.
I don't think it
That's
did very well though. It didn't last. They got rid of it pretty
I
quick.
never-
I
I never
vaguely
really-
remember hearing.
I
about
think
freelance. Yeah, I don't.
I think it was a weekly, like it was like in rotation. I think it
Yeah.
was.
They actually, you're right, Jay. They did address that, and it didn't really go anywhere. It didn't have a lot of legs.
I think it was just a weekly rotation, so it didn't come up as much. I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, look, they unfortunately, it's just the nature of game development. They can't please everybody. For this whole
Yeah.
matchmaking thing, I personally would like them to, instead of throwing skill based back on the quick play, I would like them to instead turn on connection based and leave it just like that. If I'm gonna go in the quick play, it's because I just want to play and not think about it. So I would rather go in, get a quick match, get in, do the thing, leave when I'm ready, and it not be sweaty. If I want to go sweat, I go into competitive. But once again, that's just my opinion. So
Yeah, and then the kind of argument is that, well, you're probably a good player because you're probably going, you don't think you win. Not really.
I have a .9 at my best. I am not a good player. So if anyone wants to throw that at me, I'll proof otherwise. Seriously. I just appreciate the definition of the playlist, right? If competitive, I want to sweat is what it equals, right? So if you want to get good, you want that Redrix's, there's a place for you. If you want to casual it up, then I could go up to any casual person right now and be like, hey, do you like getting pub stomped in quick play right now? And they'll probably be like, no, it sucks. Like, exactly. So just make it connection based instead of skill based. Get rid of, I don't even know why. I mean, I know why skill is part of it, but at the same time, I think it's counterintuitive to what the playlist is supposed to represent,
I agree.
But that's just, once again, it's just my opinion.
And not saying you can't get better in quick play, because like one thing is if you're getting pub stop, every loss is an opportunity for you to learn something. Like, okay, what did I do wrong?
Well, to
I'm going
those that care, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
True. I mean, but then if you're complaining you're getting pub stop all the time, then
Right, and those people they'll just stop playing. If a player doesn't enjoy something, doesn't matter what the reason is, they'll just quit playing. So,
I'm just saying, there's a learning opportunity for every loss. Like, I'm going to quick play. I'm seeing the same person.
I wish everyone that played this game thought like that. Like, oh man, I got my ass kicked. Well, how can I get better at it? But that's just not the reality of how most people play this game.
True.
Most people play and they just want to play and they want what they want and but that's okay. It's a video game, It's a de-stressor. It's a hobby. It's for some people it's a livelihood. For some people it's just time to chill with friends, So it's
True.
there's a little flavor in there for everybody, But yeah, so I think we beat that dead horse enough. Yeah.
It's
Guys, we're almost there. A month away. Forsaken's coming. I am so pumped, man.
Death of Cade is almost here.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I saw. What was it? Dylan DMG was tweeting out. So I don't remember what it was. If it was the Uldren statue with the new collector's edition they're doing, and someone like replied, "I'm gonna kick his ass," you know,
Yep.
like, and Dylan was like, "Hey, whoa," you know, like there are still some people just like, what's that Birdman memes, like, been waiting for this, you know, like I've been waiting. Uldren's done. They put out a new little trailer for it, and Uldren says, you have to choose a side, even if that side's the wrong side. And there's a lot of people just be like, just wait.
That's a callback to
You're going to get it.
Too.
Yeah, it sure was. The line between light and dark is really thin or something like that.
Isn't that what the Exo Stranger said?
I think, no, Mara said that, I think.
Mara? And
in the Taken King, right?
Kind of, yeah. No. Yeah, I think so.
I think it was Mara that said that, but yeah.
Exo Stranger said something similar to that, like something along those lines. Like
something like that. I could be wrong. You know, forgive me if I'm misquoting, but
side note, Nathan Fillion did not voice Cade for this DLC. It was Noah North.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
I thought we covered that, but we may not have. But yeah.
Well, in the new trailer, you can listen and
you can tell. Yeah.
I didn't notice because I wasn't looking for it until someone like told me. Until I read the comments, I was like, oh shit, I forgot Noah North was voicing him.
Yeah.
So I re-listened to it, and I can't really tell because in that scene, it was like Kay's voice box malfunctioning, so you can't really tell.
Right, it was all garbled up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was having a bad day.
He was.
So, well, anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and call that an episode tonight. For those listening, it's a little bit shorter than normal. We're going about 15 minutes earlier, but this is an off night for us, so we appreciate your patience. And hey, you know what? Real life happens sometimes, and you know, I think this is our third month doing this now.
Yep,
Third month doing it. So we've been doing pretty good considering. So yeah, no, but to all the listeners, all the viewers, like, you guys are the best, guys and gals, and of course we appreciate all of your support. It means the world. We've had a great time doing this and looking forward to continue to do it. I really want to reiterate, if you do have any questions for the crew and you want questions answered live on the show, definitely hit us up on our Twitter @TravelersPC. And we are discussing amongst the group about possibly changing stream day or show day. So just stay tuned to the Twitter account for that. We, of course, with any official updates, we post them there, as well as when we go live and all that stuff. So as of right now, it's still normally on Tuesdays, 9:30 Eastern, right here at twitch.tv/travelerspodcast. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for those updates. More to follow on that. Guys, where can everybody find y'all?
You can find me on Twitter at Erik_Digital_.
Find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/CrayZJaye, or the same on Twitter, at CrayZJaye.
Okay. My name is The Helmet Fire. You can find me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire, as well as YouTube. I've got some cool videos that I post every once in a while, and then a Destiny Machinima coming up, so definitely go check it out. Yeah, there's
awesome videos.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I have, it's a hobby, but yeah, like I said, everyone, we appreciate everyone coming out. Definitely check us out next week, and stay tuned to the Twitter @TravelersPC for any updates on scheduling or streaming or anything. And other than that, we'll see you all next time on Travelers.